Yo, Henrik, what you doing?
Combining the gym and tennis in order to become a better player.
And how's that working?
Now that you ask me, not so good actually. All jokes aside, guys, let's find out how to combine tennis and the gym to get better. Let's get right into it.
Hey, what you need, yeah? Man, I got it, wow. What you say, hey? We about it, get the cream, yeah. Why you slacking? Why you talking all the top, boy, you playing? What you need, hey? Yeah, I got it, with the team, yeah. We about it, wow. Get the cream, yeah. Why you slacking?
So when I was young, tennis and fitness training combined was still a quite controversial topic. Very often sentences like these have been dropped, like, don't go to the gym, you will get slow, you'll lose your career, or if you just look at the weights, you look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, which would be pretty nice if it would be that easy. And also a lot of talk was about, you will get stiff, you will get injured. And then, even before when I was young, one of the true pioneers in combining gym and tennis was Agassi. Him and his famous trainer Reyes, they really set the new standards in athleticism in the tennis game. And then over the years, other players gradually joined. And nowadays it's even going into the recreational level that players are focusing more on their gym work combined with their tennis. And I can tell you from first-hand, behind the scenes experience of the top singles players at the Grand Slams or at the ATP tournaments, they're all working very hard and also very clever in the gym. And today in the video you will find out how you can combine gym and tennis efficiently to become better, and that's what we cover in the next part of the video. The first concept you have to understand is called supercompensation. In other words, it's the combination of setting a stimulus and then the time it takes to recover from that stimulus in order to get stronger, get better. In bodybuilding, this is a very infamous term where you train your muscles one day and you don't come back the next day or even the same day to train them again. No, you rest and then the body does its magic through recovering. And in a couple days, typically in bodybuilding it's about 72 hours, the muscle recovers and grows back stronger. This is how you can build more weight over time. In tennis, it's a bit more complex because you have many elements, many different training types involved, and we will cover that in the next part of the video. But you have to use the analogy of training money. This is my favorite analogy to explain the topic and to give you a great insight how to combine tennis and the gym. My favorite analogy to explain how to combine tennis and the gym is training money. So at the beginning of the week, you have to imagine yourself at 100% or at $100. And then you spend money on certain training types. So you start in the morning, you play 2 hours of tennis, lose some money or lose some energy. You get the idea. Then you come back in the afternoon, do some gym training. Then you finish the day, come back Tuesday. And over the week, you load more, spend more energy, spend more money. And the longer the week goes, the more money you lose. And then you hit the weekend where you rest, or in that case you cannot rest, you have to gain more money. Jokes aside, you have to spend time to recover to get your body back to these 100%. So to put it in more specific ways, it is quite important to choose training goals, especially if you are more advanced. The more advanced you are, the more intelligent you have to approach your training. So if you want to improve your technique on your serve, this will take a significant amount of time in your training. Whereas if you focus a lot on getting stronger in the gym, you lose a lot of energy and you cannot really focus on this goal. So if your goal is to improve your technique, then make sure in the beginning you plan your week whenever you have time, that's a priority, and you put maybe getting stronger in the gym on the back burner for a little bit. Whereas if you want to get stronger, you should lower in general your tennis volume and increase your gym training volume. Hey you, if you're serious about getting better, getting stronger, winning more matches, dominating your rivals, then check out my tennis athlete fitness course on my website hendrikjebens.com. And now back to the video. So many people, when they think about gym training, they really just think about this exercise right here, the biceps curl. But it is a much more comprehensive topic. When we're talking about gym training, I'm referring to resistance training, which can be obviously with weights, but can also be your body weight or bands. I'm also referring to explosive training, jumps, plyometrics, med ball throws, as well as mobility and stretching training. And I would also include movement drills, shuffle, sprints, very tennis specific movements that we will cover and have covered in other videos. Those are also part of gym training. So call it gym training, physical training, all the tools that you have in order to make your body better and stronger to play better tennis. These are all things that have to be covered in order to become better. And this is where it gets complex, where oftentimes you need help from someone else. You need an expert, and I cannot stress this enough. The better you are, the more clever you have to approach your training. For the final part of the video, let's get into the special tennis tips and what I'm doing to maximize tennis and gym training in order to become better. So the most important thing is for me, rest. Rest sounds always so boring, and especially if you're watching this video right now, you're probably very motivated to train, but we can never just go 100% all the time. And also we have to invest time in order to become better. A major mistake that I'm seeing so many times is people train tennis for 2 hours and then they go immediately into the gym to do weight exercises. This is something I would really not recommend, because your body needs time to recover after a long tennis cardio session, and your strength output is significantly lowered after that. So I would not train under fatigue. What I'm doing is I train tennis for 2 hours, then I take a break, take lunch, do some other things, and then I come back to the gym later in the day. Obviously, I understand not everybody is a pro player, but even if you're not, you can split up your training more cleverly. You can do gym training on the weekend, tennis more during the week, or even have one day where you just play tennis or just do gym training. Really the worst thing that many people are doing is you play tennis, you play a singles match for example in practice, and then you go right into the gym and work on your shoulder, bench press, upper body stuff. Your shoulder is tired from hitting all of this surface, and going into the gym hammering it really puts it in not the best position, and you can also perform much less because you're weakened by hitting all the serves and you're weakened by the cardio training. So the same thing goes for doing movement drills. If you've been running around for 2 hours, there's a time and place when you want to, for example, improve your explosiveness in the third set, where you can then go into doing movement drills, but this is quite advanced and I don't think most of you guys watching this are at that level yet. So in general, it's better to rest, do it later or do it another time, and focus on the quality. So quality over quantity, and setting up, splitting the sessions is crucial in order to maximize tennis and gym. As always in training, the answer is not super clear. It depends on many factors. So I really urge you to learn your own body and to spend time learning how the body reacts to certain training stimuluses. For example, there are exercises you can do before training, like explosive stuff to really get amped up after a good warm up to have a better tennis session. Sometimes it's even clever to do certain strength exercises in the morning before you play tennis, because after you will just be too fatigued. Sometimes it's great to train explosiveness after a tennis session, for example with med ball throws, because you want to train your explosiveness in a fatigued state. But sometimes it could be completely wrong. That's why you have to learn your own body. Everybody is different and everybody responds differently. This is where a training program such as the tennis athlete can help you tremendously, or hiring a clever and experienced strength and conditioning coach can also be very beneficial. And then over the years, when you stack up knowledge and training time, you will learn your own body and can make the best decisions for yourself. Alright guys, so we've reached the end of another video. I hope this information will help you guys to become better on the tennis court and in the gym. As always, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for the big support in the last weeks, and I'll see you in the next video.